number of measles cases linked to the Disneyland theme park continues to grow.
Doctors weigh in and sound the alarm.
The debate over flu vaccinations for children is heating up again after the first report of a child dying from the virus this season.
The number of cases of moms connected to the Temple University community has doubled in a week. Health officials now say there are 42 probable cases and 12 confirmed cases.
The measles outbreak in the Pacific Northwest is spreading fear among many parents.
And health officials are scrambling to stop the nationwide spread.
Thanks to vaccines, the U.S. was able to eliminate measles in the year 2000. But in recent years, as more and more parents are refusing to vaccinate their children or are vaccinating them later than what doctors recommend, it's back. In most states, more than 90% of children are vaccinated, but that's not enough to keep a disease like measles at bay.
The risk of whooping cough may sound like something from the past, but it's still very real. Today, California reported more than 4,200 cases. 9 people have died, all of them infants.
New York State is facing its worst outbreak in decades with more than 200 cases.
Measles are back. More than 600 cases were reported in the U.S. in 2014. And another disease that looked like it was disappearing a generation ago is also making a comeback.
Washington State has declared a public health emergency. There are now 35 cases in Clark County alone.
This morning, measles concerns are on the rise as the highly contagious virus spreads across the country. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, there are now at least 228 confirmed cases in 12 states from coast to coast. That's up 117 cases in 1 month, 22 in just 1 week.
We're continuing.
People are deciding they're afraid of vaccines.
18 states, including Washington, allow parents to decide not to vaccinate their children due to moral, personal, or other beliefs. There were nearly 350 measles cases recorded last year in 26 states and the District of Columbia, the second greatest number since the disease was eliminated in the year 2000.
We're continuing to see the numbers rise because the disease is so highly contagious. And every time you have pockets of unvaccinated people, the disease is going to spread very quickly.
It found more than half believe that their children can actually contract the flu from the vaccine, and a third believe the shot does not protect their kids from the flu at all. In addition, 28% believe that it can cause autism.
For measles, each sick person will infect up to 18 others. But luckily, vaccines can change that. The fraction of people who are vaccinated or immune can lower the reproduction number below 1, which means the disease is disappearing. 90% of unprotected people who come in contact with somebody who has measles, even just breathing the same air, will become infected.
Follow-up studies of hundreds of thousands of children could not find any evidence that the MMR vaccine causes autism. And investigations into Wakefield's original paper revealed he distorted the data and acted unethically.
He's lost his medical license, the Lancet paper has been retracted, but he had very effectively positioned himself as a martyr. And in some odd way, every piece of evidence that comes out against Wakefield sort of solidifies his standing in the community that still pays attention to him.
Of the 183 kids who died from the flu last season, 80% were unvaccinated.
Exposed. Measles has an infection rate of 90% for anyone exposed and not immunized with no visible symptoms for weeks. This is what the measles looks like. It's not just uncomfortable, it can be deadly. Studies show almost 30% of children younger than 5 who get the measles will have to be hospitalized. Parents are concerned, like mother of 3, Miranda Smith.
It's their lives on the line, honestly. If they're not vaccinated and something like this happens, then what am I going to do to save them?
Right now, this year is on track to be the worst for measles cases in more than 15 years.
And it's just...
Parents can opt for the nasal mist this year, and even if the flu vaccine is not a perfect match for the strain, it decreases symptoms and severity.
Now, if children get the measles vaccine, they're 95% protected.
Vaccines don't come without risk. Nothing does. But on average, fewer than 1 in a million people will experience a dangerous reaction to common vaccines. Car accidents, playing outside, even walking will injure more children. Vaccines are asking us to do something altruistic, to make a choice to protect not only ourselves and our children, but also those around us.